What's up, guys? Got another little project. Partnered up with a company called Auxito. I've actually already put my third brake light. I've got my tailgate down, but I've also got the Auxito tinted license plate lights, which are the super brightest I've seen on the market. So I partnered with them. I'm gonna go ahead and put some lights on my truck bed and want to show you what it looks like. So first off, guys, apologize, my bed is pretty dirty, you know, as you know. Still the tad bit of winter, so I've not really had time to do a deep clean. So here's the Auxitos. Pretty simple box, really. So open it up. It's got two LED strips. It does come with zip ties and some strap downs. Instructions as well. So what my plan is, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just so I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna lay this out to where I'm gonna run the wires so I can hide the wires best. Just gonna give you a quick update, and here's my game plan. So first off, let me climb up here. My plan of attaching this to the tonneau cover top works out about perfect. So if you look here, this little lip here, that is actually the light. So I'll go underneath it. I just want to pry this up real good. Hopefully you can see that. I actually heated it down a little bit with my heat gun. So my biggest problem here, I'm about to show you. So again, my game plan is I've already got the light up here on this side here. I got to do that one next. I'll put that along here, same spot. The biggest problem is where to hide the wires. Let me go through the connections real quick, show you what it looks like. So each light basically plugs into these, okay? So this here will be one light, that'll be the other light. Here's the ends to show you. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut those off, solder them together, heat shrink them, because they're going to be underneath my truck. Okay, so each one of those is basically a power to ground. So that's all you're worried about, is getting red and black together. Okay, and then if you look, that goes into this, okay, which goes into this harness. Okay, so the harness, the red, which has a fuse in it, basically goes straight to your battery. The yellow is a ground, and then the other black one is the switch. So you can mount this anywhere in the back of your truck you want it. I've actually got another switch coming I just ordered. It's going to be a magnetic switch that I'm going to put over here on this side, so when the truck goes up, it'll turn it off, and when it goes down, it goes on. So alright, guys, so right behind that bracket is where the hole's at. I'm going to you can't really see it because it's so dark, but there's a hole back there. It's going to feed this wire down to the bottom. So if I can't get it started here, alright, guys, now back to the big test. So if you can see, I got my tailgate up, which means I'm pretty much done back there. So the rest of it's underneath. So let's see that wire I stuck in that hole in the bed. Let's see if I can find it. Top underneath. Alright, here we are underneath my truck. A little bit dirty for the winter. Oh, what is this? What is this? Booyah. I went and ordered a couple things that I want to update you on. So first off, this is just a 25-foot wire. I'm going to use this to run from underneath the truck to the battery, which is on this side. But before I do that, I got this what they call Auxito, but basically it's just wire loom. So I'm going to run all this wire loom through here to help protect it. And anyway, that's pretty much all we got to do, guys. Is the wire's down below. We're going to hook the harness up to it. We're going to run this wire to the battery using these connectors, which I also picked up from Amazon. Alright, guys, so getting started here. So first off, let me show you this wire a little bit closer. So it's basically two strands. It's got a power and a ground in it, but it's all within one. It's got protective film around it, but I always like to use wire loom when I can. So this Auxito wire loom I picked up from Amazon. It's pretty good stuff. I've used it in my engine bay and so on. So let me go ahead and pop it open. It's in there good. So there's pretty much two different types you can get. Make sure that's two types you can get. I got the kind here where it basically you can unfold it. I just find that easier to use. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my wire. I'm going to go ahead and feed it through here. That way I just got it all in place. And so when I run it to the engine bay, it's already, I don't have to worry about flipping it over and tucking it through. So alright guys, so now I got the wire loom all through it. Just looks a little cleaner that way, and does help protect even the outer coat. So what I'm going to do now, I got to get my wire cutters left in the garage. I'm going to get some heat shrink, and I'm going to attach one of these, or two of those I should say, one for the power, one for the ground. Alright guys, back. So grab the handy dandy wire cutters, more wire cutters, and got crimps. Alright, grab this small wire loom I had, because when I split this one up here, we're going to put it in two different wires, the red and the black. And then I got this for to kind of warm up the heat shrink. So let me get started on this. Alright, so got these separated now, so we'll go ahead and flip this bad boy. Alright guys, I decided to go ahead and come around here on top where the battery's at, kind of show what this looks like. So right here I got a control panel hooked up to my truck. Obviously here's the battery, negative, positive. If you come over here, you can see I got kind of a breaker installed for my control panel. So what happens here is the positive comes down to here, goes here for the breaker, then back around here. So what I think about doing, I got to figure out the cleanest way to do it. So I wish there was a negative. I probably need to get a bus to put some of my negatives on. So I'll run negative here, and then bring my positive around to this one here, and then I'm going to feed it down through the wires. So basically what I'm going to do with the wire loom is the same as this one if you look at it. So basically ran into it, crimped it, heat shrink around it, and then melted it down. Just looks a lot more cleaner that way. Alright guys, I got this from ready to crimp it down. I just want to show you what I did. So right here you got the red wire, the black wire is behind this loom. So I put the loom on first, and here on top I just drop this wire so I can redo it. But notice I got a thicker heat shrink over the loom. So what I'm going to do is pull this down, alright, now make sure that's real good tight, not going anywhere. Run this here, get my wire loom over it, or get close to it, really don't have to be over it, and I'll pull this back, my heat shrink back to about right there. Then I don't want to wire up my my heat gun, so I'm just going to use a lighter. Alright, so that's basically what it's going to look like, guys. I'll let you look at it. It's a little more cleaner touch to it. What's up guys, back again. So been a minute. So I've been doing this project when I get off work, and it actually, take a look at this. So the snow finally melted. So I had 3 days of snow. Let me show you where I'm at. So like we talked about in the last video, I got the wire pretty much all done. Let me see, this is the harness I'm gonna need. Move this out of the way. Here's the harness I made with light, so you can take a good look at it. See, that heat shrink does just makes it look more professional. So this one, I actually wish I would have got a little bit higher up here, but looks pretty clean. So now my job is, I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm gonna probably zip tie the wire here, so I got something to kind of tug it on. And I'm going to take the wire, I'm going to fish it down here and come out below the fender, right? And then my job is going to basically just be moving that wire back down here. Just a matter of just, you know, feeding wire and zip tying it. So I probably won't record a lot of that, but that's what I'm going to do. And then when I get to the back, I'll get the recording back on. And under here I got them temporary zip tied. You can see them. Yeah, temporary zip tied up there, right to the middle. So I'll hook the harness up to that. And we'll we'll get back to work. So let me go ahead and start feeding wire. All right, guys, so that took me like a total of, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. So let me show you what I'm doing right now. So here's the wire. So those are going to go to the battery terminal. I just need to tighten it up. So if you look up in here, I basically got it ran. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Down through here. And down through here is where I'm going to bring it. Once I get everything pulled to the back. And I still got to pull it tight where I want it and zip tie it. Just want to show you how I was doing it. So if you look there, there's the wire hanging down. So basically I got the wire ran now. Gonna pull it to where I want it because I got plenty of room here. A couple things. So one, this is the harness, the original harness that came with the lighting kit. Basically, again, these plug into each light. Come over here, and you got a power, and you got a ground. The yellow's ground, and then the black will actually go to the switch button. Clicks like that. Now I'm up underneath the truck. All right. So here's the wire I just ran. Okay, you can see I just pulled it out of the wire loom. Those two connectors. I'm going to strip this out, pull the two wires out. Now this is one of the wires that I pulled down from the bed. You can see it hanging down here, and here's the other side. You can kind of see it hanging. So basically what I'm going to do is, let's see, get my harness. So here's the harness again. This is black and red. This is going to go to the one I just fished up. So I'm gonna strip this off. There's a black and red in there. On the top you got a switch, which I'm holding. You got red and yellow. On the other end of it, I'm gonna lift up. Looks like this. Comes to a wire that basically leads to a Y connector like this. So that Y connector is basically feeding two wires and 4 wires. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these ends off. As I cut them off the other one and just hardwire them to the wires hanging down for the bed. So, all right, so I got the battery connected now, guys. I got everything wired up. So let's test this thing, see if the lights are working. Hey, look at there. We've got lights. All right, guys, so Mother Nature did it again. I'm in the dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. So let me take you around, show what it looks like in the dark. So that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna call that success, guys. I think it looks good. See the whole bed. So like I mentioned, I'll probably go ahead and what I'm going to do is put just a magnetic thing here that turns it on and on when I open up the bed. But pretty pleased how that turned out, guys. Auxito, great company. These are their lights. I'll try to add a link down below. I've actually got a discount code I'll add as well. I've got their I don't have it on now. Let me see if I can get it on. Yeah, I got the third brake light up there. That's Auxito. In my opinion, these bad boys are the brightest on the market. That's their license plate lights. But anyway, guys, so here's the install for the Auxito bed lights. Great option if you're wanting to get to some light at night. Obviously very helpful when you load things up. So go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I do appreciate all you guys following. 1,700 subscribes. Very pleased with that, guys. Wanted to say thanks out there on Instagram. A lot of you guys already know me from there. At F150_boss. Also out there on TikTok from time to time. So hopefully this helps out. Leave a comment down below. If you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate. I'll respond to everything down below. And thanks again for following. Have a good day.